David, I suppose we'll get the obvious question out of the way. Was there any consideration given to making Many Saints of Newark into a TV series before you decided to make it into a film, or was it
None,
always?
none whatsoever. None.
Why was that?
Why was that?
Yeah,
Uh, no interest
no interest in terms of
in terms of
telling.
doing a series. That held no appeal or interest in me in doing a TV series, another TV series about The Sopranos or anything related to The Sopranos. I had done that.
Yeah, I mean, I would think like the character of Dicky Moltisanti in the film. He seems to have such a rich life, and I think Alessandro's performance was so textured. I would think that would be fertile ground to explore, but it still held no interest. No,
Not for me. No,
right.
no.
Um, when I was talking to Alessandro, when I was talking to Alan as well, the scenes that he had with Ray Liotta in the jail, they really did feel kind of like a confessional. But to Alan, who wasn't a Catholic, he said it was more like therapy. Um, I guess my question for you was when you were writing them, what was your intent? What were you trying to drive at? Because it kind of felt like there was almost something sort of supernatural about them. I'm just wondering what your thinking was.
All of it.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be therapy, or well, it was supposed to be therapeutic. But certainly there was what's the word? The Holy Ghost was running through
yeah,
that guy's being.
yeah. I think of it's when you say Holy Ghost. I mean, my immediate thinking would be something like what Scorsese used to say about like where he grew up, that it was, you'd either become a priest or you'd become a gangster. Like, and I suppose, I mean, that's something that I think that's informed a lot of like Italian American crime, cinematically and on television. I'm just wondering, putting somebody like Ray Liotta, who is so kind of well known for playing those kind of characters, but then to have him in that kind of almost monkish presence. Did you write his dialogue with Ray Liotta at the back of your mind, or did you have somebody else in mind for it?
No, we didn't have Ray Liotta in mind. We wrote the dialogue and then tried to see who would be good to do it.
Were
Yeah.
there any other considerations beyond him?
Yes, but we won't go in. We won't go there.
Right. Um, can you talk to me a little bit about Alessandro, because I know he's done quite a lot of theater work, but I mean, what what kind of process did you go through with regards to casting? I mean, had you seen him in something specific that you
Yeah,
wanted?
I saw him in American Hustle, and I saw him in what is the year, the most dangerous year,
Yeah,
and I just really responded to him in both of those movies. And what I saw was somebody who it's very difficult to find leading men of a certain age who also are, especially, here's the really thing, more and more or less and less they're Italians. I don't know
yeah,
whether Italians are going to law school or what, but medical school, there's not as many as there used to be. In the 70s, you had Pacino and De Niro, forget who else. So I don't know what's going on there.
yeah. Yes, if you don't mind me saying, like you seem, maybe it's just you've been doing a lot of interviews or whatever, but I'm getting the sense that this is it for you when it comes to The Sopranos and this entire, I suppose, universe or whatever you call it. You're not going to revisit this again, I presume, yeah.
Um, I I would do it once more under the right conditions, and that would be the right working with the right people uh, for with a studio or financier who had a lot of faith and really would let us do what we wanted to do. That'd be a possibility. Yeah.
I mean, without prying too much, I suppose I'm going to have to pry. Did you not get that this time?
Oh no, they were no the New Line. You mean? No,
Yeah.
they were very collaborative with us. very. And
Do you
they and
have,
they,
yeah,
they nobody ever says this. Uh, they came up with some good ideas.
that is quite unique. I have not heard somebody say that. I'm being serious. I've never heard anyone say that
I
after
think
a
what it
studio.
is with I think what it is with filmmakers is, in general, the studios, money guys, whatever you want to call them, are such a pain in the ass that they don't want to give them any the slightest little acknowledgement. I think
Yeah,
that's what happens. But these guys were good.
that's good. Okay, I'm getting the wrap, so I'll leave it there. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
As far as your nephew goes,
I'm listening.
stay out of his life.